Hey everybody out there, YouTube and Pyro's out there. Bought a new camera, thought I'd just play with it a little bit and basically do a little review. What I have is a CP1200 from Pyro, and since last year a friend of mine and myself, we kind of went a little overboard for fireworks. I don't think we did, but other people do. Didn't want a hand light, so I figured there had to be a better way. Started looking into the Cobra, and for everything I wanted with a Cobra, that was like over $1,000. Well, to me, $1,000 is a lot of good fireworks. Why waste my money? I only do them one time a year. Looking around, found reviews found this on the internet. That's a CP1200 from Pyro. Thought I'd give it a try. I mean, price was right, $100 for the main unit. There's variable prices on each one of these units. They're not bad. I mean, it did everything I wanted it to do. And then I was looking for some hacks, and I was looking at how to improve this system. And I was seeing videos out there, and I don't think they were quite giving the full information on this thing. First thing is there's 100 districts, basically 0 to 99. That's not bad. And you have 12 firing sequences. I won't even call them a queue because it's just a firing sequence. All it's doing is telling the module to fire. And what I was seeing is people were teaching these things. It was kind of funny because I seen one person that was teaching it, and they would teach with the old modules on the back. There's holes where you can teach each individual connection. Well, he was teaching fire 1 with district 1. Then he'd set up number 2 on district 2. It's like, okay, that's a lot of wasted time and energy. And then I'd see him where they do it with the newer modules, which has a front teach button. And in the front, what it does is it teaches all 4 of these in sequence. So what I did is I've already set this one up, and he's set to go to district 1, queue 1 to 4. So when you hit the button, each individual light goes. Hit the sequencer. They remembered what they were doing. So what I have now is I have 3 modules that I didn't know about until I figured this out on my own. Is I can teach this module for district 1 to fire on 1 to 4, and say maybe I want 3 sites of firing simultaneously at the same time. Well, I can set up 3 modules, 4 modules, 5 modules, 20 modules, all to fire on fire sequence 1, 2, 3, and 4 on district 1. All you have to do is teach them that way. I thought that was pretty nice. My downside to this is the battery consumption. Lots and lots of batteries, people. I have 20 modules. 4 batteries per module. That's 80 batteries there. Plus 6 here, so we're at 86 batteries per year. Because I really wouldn't want to trust these batteries more than one time. Well, I started thinking about it, and I think over the winter I'm going to hack this bad boy. I'm going to change out my 6 AA in the control unit, and I'm going to solder in a 9-volt adapter, because 6 in series is 9 volts. Why it was not built with just a 9-volt battery adapter, I don't have a clue. The 9-volt will hold a lot more power than all 6 of these for any amount of time. I may even make a hack on these. That's 6 volts. Well, I may change this out and wire them up to a central trunk system and use a battery like this. Just a lantern battery. Or I can even get the rechargeable 6-volt batteries. Put that out there, run a cable to my unit, plug them in. This will last a lot longer than those. I'd rather buy one of these maybe every 5-10 years than buy 80 of these every year. Not just that, the disposable would suck. The other one I was looking at is, this is only 4. So I started taking them apart and I looked at them. I think I have a way I'm going to be able to take the boards and the units apart and put 3 of these in one box. Then I only need 1 power connection. So that'll give me 6 volts. I can daisy chain the antenna. I would only need 1 antenna. So now I would have 12 in 1. I kind of like that idea. I could change my racks around if I want to do single fire tubes. I can do that and do a sequence. The only problem is I use the same design as most people do on the internet. 10 shot rack. So I may have to rebuild them to 12 shots, then I can utilize all 12 of these. Just means I've got to buy a lot more modules. Well, this year I've already been through some of my modules and I found a few of them have already failed after 1 season. So I'll have to wait and see how they do this year. But for the price, this thing worked really great. It fired everything I connected to it. I wish it would have fired the ones I didn't connect to it. But I got them left over for this year. So the only issue is if you hook them up, they work great. And they say that you really don't want to use 2 consumer igniters like the Dragon igniter and the Talon in these because they're current draw. But I put in 2 into many of these in one connection. Worked great. So this year I'm going to give it a try. I'm not going to hack it until the winter time. Then I'm going to see how it does. And hopefully it works the way I want it to work. Then I can just buy more of them and set them up in 12-shot queues out in the field and make them 12-shot remotes. Then it'll be really nice. That way when I hit the all button, they all go, they're all connected at the same point. I'm not chasing modules down and adding thousands of batteries. So that's my take on it. I mean, it's a good little unit if you're basically just like me, a one time of the year 4th of July shooter. It'll do everything you want, save your money from the Cobra, because I mean, if you're doing them one time a year, you don't need to do a musical. You don't need all the sequencing and all the fancy stuff. Save that money and buy yourself fireworks and have fun. Well, that's all I have on this. Take care. See everybody later. Goodbye.